Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over.
On the ready. Mike 58, right? Ready to go. That's not good.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Whenever we talk about safeties, one word, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate move.
Down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Yo. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
On 3rd down, Clifford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He'll field this at the 5. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try to get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... He's got a man. Complete. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 42 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. Open man is Ross, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards, first down, Packers. They go back to the ground with Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Looking to throw. Love setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You got nothing. Hey, Echo. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Bandit. Band 61, matchbox lights. Twins. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 49. Check 49. Check. Hey, high 7. Get it.
Back to throw. Clifford. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Love. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They find some open field here. The end result, 21 yards.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Now Jones. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 18-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake. Love. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down. Love. This will be caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Packers! It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw. What's the ball?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Come on, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Looking to throw. Clifford. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact. That last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Hey, let's get that.
To throw on 3rd down. Clifford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And it's taken in at the 9.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're...
And now look at him go. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, 81 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which also...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great lead, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Yeah. 58, the line.
Operating from the gun. Clifford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th down, Clifford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Off play action. Love. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up 2nd and 11. Ready, break. At the 17-yard.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Ready up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's just me and you.
They go to Johnson again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On the set. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Watch the screen. Pass. 91 down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Clifford. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This is taken at the 15. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Love. He finds his man Johnson. Give him a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Love completes it to Dixon. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They come up in an offset eye.
So don't say nothing.
Back to throw. Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Clifford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Mike 27, Mike 27.
On 3rd down, Clifford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Clifford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike, 54. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Looking to throw. Clifford under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Look at me, zipper. You ain't got nothing. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, Alpha. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Ready?
2nd and 14. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Clifford. This is Johnson. He's got it. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
On 1st down, Clifford. Open here is Allison. That's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 45.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
2nd and 6. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Geronimo Allison, his 1st touchdown on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer.
That's all me.
Extra point good by Prater. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
At the 26-yard line.
Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. 54. It's our time. It's our time. 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Operating from the gun. Clifford. This is caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
5 down. Stand up in. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. Let's go.
On 4th down, Clifford. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Preston Smith there on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifford. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Foxtrot. Mike 54. Mike 54. Shoot.
From the gun, Clifford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Excuse me.
Back to throw. Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And Justin Coleman brings him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I got it. Right. He's done.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. Complete. It's Johnson. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to his own blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Hey, check Mike 27. Shit.
From the gun, Clifford. Got a man, that's Allison. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clifford. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Looking to throw. Clifford. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
This is Jones. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Last stop.